Hey guys, welcome to Tabletop Baseball. I'm Earl Shamblin, your host, and we are continuing on with the Justin Verlander 2011 replay. We're on start number 10. Here's a look at his stats through 9 games, 9 starts. 73 and a third, 48 hits, 11 earned runs, 17 walks, 80 strikeouts, 1.35 ERA. As that ERA continues to fall. Today they are in Boston, and they lost this game 4-3. A very tough pitching matchup, as it's going to be Verlander versus Josh Beckett. So it could be a quick one, could be low scoring. Look at the lineup. Only change for Detroit is going to be Andy Dirks in left field. That's about the only change for them. For the Red Sox, it's going to be Ellsbury, Pedroia, Gonzalez, Youkilis, Ortiz, Drew, Lowry, Crawford, Veritek, and, as mentioned, Josh Beckett on the mound. Ready to go, Austin Jackson. You know what? Timeout. Need a little more light in here, I think. Now we're ready to go. Austin Jackson to lead it off. Say 3-5. Versus a right-hander. 1-16 is a triple. And it's a 13, so it is a triple. Leadoff triple for Austin Jackson, who has just been on a tear lately. Brings up Scott Sizemore with nobody out. Man on third, 6-7. Right-hander is a 1-6 is a single. And it is a 19. So he lines out to third. That'll keep Jackson at third. Brings up Brennan Bosch. And it's a 4-4. Versus a left-hander. 4-4 struck him out. So 2 away. Still Austin Jackson standing there at third base. A 5-5. Right-hander. And he strikes out Cabrera. So strong comeback there for Beckett after a leadoff triple. Detroit nothing to show for it. Ellsbury to lead it off for the Red Sox. A 6-10 versus a lefty. He's ground ball third base X. Third baseman Inge. He's a 2, and that's a 15. 15, that's going to be a good play by Inge. Ground out to third for Ellsbury. Brings up Dustin Pedroia. A 6-7 versus a right-hander. Second base X. Second base Sizemore. He's a 3. 16. 16. It's a good play by Sizemore. 4-3. Brings up Adrian Gonzalez. Another lefty. A 3-10. 3-10 versus a right-handed pitcher. And he singles. Adrian Gonzalez with a 2-out single. Brings up Kevin Youkilis. One of the more awkward batting stances ever. A 1-9. And he walks. Verlander could not get past his awkwardness. And he walks him. Brings up David Ortiz with 2 on and nobody out. A 4-7 versus a left-hander is another walk. So bases loaded now all of a sudden with 2 down, and the lefty J.D. Drew at the plate. A 6-7 left-hander, second base X. Tough play. Sizemore, can he make it a 5? He's a 3. And he does make it. Just barely. If it had been a 4, it would have been a single. But a 3, a 5 is a ground out to second. So the Red Sox leave them loaded in the first. And it's 0-0. We move to the top of the second. Victor Martinez will lead it off for Detroit. A 2-8. Right-hander. And he leads off with a walk. Brings up the lefty Andy Dirks. A 1-5. Fly ball right field B. That means the runner will hold. So F9 for Dirks brings up Johnny Peralta. And it's a 6-12 versus a right-hander. Left field X. Left fielder is Crawford. He's a 2. That is a 4. He is a 2. That's a 4. It's a fly ball B. So fly out to left. That brings up the catcher, Alex Avila. Man on first, Andy Dirks. Or Martinez, excuse me, a 1-6. And a 1-6 versus a right-hander. 1-11 is a double. And it's a 14. So it's a single 2 stars. Martinez will move to third. And it's first and third, another scoring opportunity, but 2 outs for Brandon Inge, a 4-5 versus a right-hander. And he grounds out to short. Both teams have had some opportunities to put runs on the board and cannot capitalize. Jed Lowry now, bottom of 2, a 3-3. He grounds out to first. Brings up Carl Crawford, another left-hander, a 1-7 versus a right-handed pitcher. He flies out to center. Brings up Jason Varitek, switch hitting catcher, a 4-10, and he's going to be batting left. Fly ball center field X, center fielder Jackson is a 1-17. That's going to be a good play by Austin Jackson in center field. 3 up, 3 down go the Red Sox in the second. 0-0. Austin Jackson, top of the order, 1-8. 1-8 is a strikeout. Brings up Scott Sizemore. And it's a 6-9. And versus a right-hander is a strikeout. Brennan Bosch, the lefty. 6'10", lefty. Center field X, center fielder. Is Ellsbury. He's a 1, and that is a 1. But that's a good play by Ellsbury. Fly out to center. Move to the bottom of the third. Still no score. Top of the order for the Red Sox, Ellsbury. It's a 3-6. Fly out to center field. Brings up the second baseman, Justin Pedroia. A 1-9. That's going to be a hit. 1-9. One's a triple. Anything else will be a single. It is a 7 single. Single for Pedroia. Brings up Adrian Gonzalez. And it's a 1-2. Fly ball center field A. Runners advance 1 base. Batter is out on fly out. You don't see that very often. A fly out A. Center field. Must have been really deep. Pedroia moves up to second on a hit to the wall by Gonzalez. Brings up Kevin Youkilis. And the awkwardness, a 6-7 right-hander. Second base X. Sizemore is a 3, and that's a 15. 15 and a 3 is a good play by Sizemore, 4-3. To get Youkilis. Red Sox leave another man in scoring position. Still 0-0. Through 3 innings. Top of the 4th, Miguel Cabrera. And a 3-8 is a leadoff walk. Again, leadoff man is on for the 3rd straight time. Actually, 3 out of 4, sorry. Brings up Victor Martinez. And a 6-3. Versus a lefty, 6-3 is ballpark home run check. We're in Boston. Victor's hitting left-handed. And lefty home run's going to be 1-3. 1-3, so not a big opportunity there. It is a 9. So a 6, it's a fly out to right field. B, runner will hold. So one away, and Cabrera at first. Andy Dirks, a 3-12. And he's hit by pitch. Plus injury and not playing with injuries. Probably should, but. First and second, Dirks and Cabrera. Brings up Peralta. It's a 4-11. 4-11 versus a right-hander. Ballpark singles. Right-hander, Boston. 1-17. And it's a 20. So he lines out to short. L6 for Peralta. Brings up Avila. 2 away. Runners at first and second. And a 6-3 versus a left-hander. Again, the 6-3 is a home run check, but lefty, Boston 1-3. 18 is not going to do it. It's a fly out to right field. So another scoring runner in scoring position is stranded. Bottom of 4. And it's David Ortiz to lead it off. A 6-3. Again, a 6-3, but it's off Verlander. And he grounds out to second. 4-3. Brings up the lefty, J.D. Drew. A 1-4. Flies out to left. Brings up Jed Lowry. Switch hitter would be batting left. A 6-9. 6-9 is a strikeout. Top of 5. Still 0-0. And Brandon Inge for Boston. A 1-4. And again, a leadoff walk. And Brandon Inge brings up Austin Jackson. Austin Jackson is going to bunt. An 8. Against a B bunter as he's sacrificing. And round out second. Runners advance 1 base. Actually, hold on. That is batters thrown out by first baseman. Runners advance 1 base. Okay. So it's a 3-4 sack. Inge is at second. And Scott Sizemore the batter. It's a 2-5. And he walks him. 2-5 the walk. So first and second with 1 out. Brennan Bosch. 4-10. Versus the left-hander. Shortstop X. Shortstop is Lowry. He's a 4. That's a 1. That is not good. That is going to be a single 2 stars. As Lowry could not get to it. Moves Sizemore to third. That's going to score Inge. RBI single for Bosch. And we have first and third now with 1 out. Miguel Cabrera. 2-6. Ground ball second base C. They're playing back, trying for the double play. but it's going to be a 4-3, and that will score a run. They're not going to get the double play. And Bosch will move to second as they could not turn it. Victor Martinez, the batter, a 2-4, and a 2-4, 1-6 is a home run. It's a 13, so it is a double with no stars, but that will score Bosch because he is on second. And it is 3-0 Detroit. Brings up Andy Dirks, a 5-9 versus a lefty, and he strikes him out. Beckett, a little frustration there. 3 runs for Detroit, 3-0. Bottom of 5, Carl Crawford, 5-6 versus a lefty. One's a double, anything else he flies out to left. 19, so he flies out to left. Brings up the catcher, Jason Varitek, switch hitter, 6-6. He's a left batting lefty. 1-6 is a single. It's a 13, so there will be a line out to first. Top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury, a 6-7 lefty, ground ball second base X. Tough play by Sizemore. He's a 3. And that's a 2. And that will be a single for Ellsbury. And 2 down brings up Justin Pedroia, a 3-7. And he flies out to center field. So top of the 6th, 3-0. Detroit, Johnny Peralta, a 6-6 right-hander. Single to right field, Johnny Peralta. Brings up the catcher, Alex Avila. And a 4-9 lefty, 4-9 shortstop X is Lowry, 17. He's a 4. It's going to be a ground ball C. Batter's out at first. Runners advance 1 base. 6-3. Now moves Peralta to second. Brandon Inge the batter with 1 away. And it's a 3-10. Ground ball third base A. And the runner will have to hold. It's a 5-3. Peralta stays at second with 2 down now. Top of the order, Austin Jackson, a 6-6 right-hander. Single to right field with no stars. And that will... right fielder is Drew. He has a 0 arm. Peralta, not very fast. He's a 10. But he gets a +2 if there's 2 outs. So that makes him a 12. So it's a 1-12 for him to try to score. They're going to try to throw him out, as J.D. Drew will try to throw him out. It's a 1-12 and he makes it. It's a 10. And that means Jackson will move to second on the throw. And we have a runner at second with 2 down. And Scott Sizemore, the batter. It's a 1-10. And he strikes out. So another run for the Tigers. 4-0 now. Bottom of 6. And Verlander, a 310. Leadoff single for Gonzalez. Beckett's point of weakness inning was the 6th inning, but he only gave up 2 hits, so almost had to come out there. Kevin Youkilis, a 1-8. Ground ball shortstop A. That's going to be a double play. 6-4-3. As Youkilis hits into the double play. Brings up David Ortiz. 5-2. There's a lefty. 5-2 is a fly to right field for Ortiz. So 3 up, 3 down. In the 6th, we move to the top of the 7th. 4-0 Detroit. Brennan Bosch, a 1-6. 1-6, leadoff walk. And Miguel Cabrera, the righty, right-hander versus right-hander. Let Beckett try to face him, a 6-5. Right-hander, not a good idea there. 6-5, 1-14 is a home run. Anything else, he flies out to left. Doesn't leave much else. A 10. That is a goner. 2-run homer for Miguel Cabrera. That is going to be all for Josh Beckett. Tough outing for him. They're going to go to the bullpen timeout. New pitcher for Boston is Andrew Miller, the lefty. You got Victor Martinez, batting right-handed, nobody out, a 1-2. A 1-2 is a line out to third. Brings up Andy Dirks, a 4-7. There's a left-hander, is a walk. Johnny Peralta, 1 on, 1 out, and it's a 2-7. Versus the lefty, ground ball shortstop A. It's going to be a double play. 6-4-4-3. And that will do it. But 2 more runs on the 2-run homer by Cabrera. Makes it a 6-0 game, Detroit. J.D. Drew to lead it off, a 6-10. Left-hander, third base X, Inge. He's a 2, that's a 12. It's going to be an error check on Inge. He is a 18, and that's a 6. 18 and a 6 is a 1-base error. Error on Inge to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Brings up J.D. Drew, or Jed Lowry, sorry. That was J.D. Drew. 4-12. 4-12 versus a lefty. Ground ball first base A. So it's a 3-6-3. 3-6-3 double play. And that's 2 down, Carl Crawford. 5-12, another lefty. Pitcher X, Verlander, he's a 3. And that's an 18. Should be a good play. It is, barely. A 1-3. So Verlander working on another shutout here. As we move to the top of the 8th, Alex Avila, a 1-5 versus a left-hander, and he walks. Leadoff walk. Brings up Brandon Inge, a 6-7 versus a right-hander. 1-3 is a double. 4-20 is a single. 16, so it is a single with 2 stars. First and third now. With nobody out, Austin Jackson probably, this will be Andrew Miller's last batter, possibly. 2-6. 2-6 versus a lefty is a strikeout, so he will continue. First and third with one out. Infield moves back, a 3-7. 3-7 versus a lefty. 1-7 is a single. It is a 4. So a single for Sizemore. 1 star. That will score a run. Moves Inge to second. And Boston will go back to the bullpen timeout. New pitcher for the Red Sox is Matt Albers, the right-hander, facing the lefty Brennan Bosch, a 6-4. 6-4 versus a lefty, fly ball center field X. Center fielder Ellsbury, he's a 1. Should make the play. It's going to be an error check though. Error check, he's a 0, so he does make the play. Fly out to center field, B, runners hold. Brings up Miguel Cabrera, a 6'9", right-hander, is a strikeout. Albers strikes him out. And that will end the inning. Albers comes in, does the job. Another run, though, for Detroit. And it is 7-0. As we move to the bottom of the 8th, Jason Varitek, a 5-6 versus a lefty. 1 is a double, anything else, and it's an 8. He flies out to left. F7 brings up the lefty Jacoby Ellsbury, a 1-4, and he grounds out to first. Dustin Pedroia with 2 away, nobody on us, 4-9 versus a right-hander. 4-9's a strikeout. And that will move us to the 9th inning. And Albers will come back out for Boston against Victor Martinez, a 6-7, batting left. 1-12 is a double. And it's a 17, so it is a single. Leadoff single for Martinez. Brings up Andy Dirks, a 3-3 versus a right-hander. Ground ball to first base, C. 3 unassisted, that moves Martinez to second. Johnny Peralta, a 6-4. Versus a right-hander, center field X. Center fielder Ellsbury is a 1, and that is a 1. That's a fly-out B. Runner holds. So it brings up Alex Avila with 2 down, and Martinez at second. A 2-6 is a walk. First and second now with 2 down. Brandon Inge. A 6'10", catcher X. Catcher Varitek, he's a 2, and that's a 17. That is a pass ball and a foul out. Pass ball's not a big deal, but it is a foul out. To the catcher. That will end it. Moved to the bottom of the 9th now. Adrian Gonzalez to lead it off for Boston. Justin Verlander looking for another complete game shutout. A 5-7 versus a lefty, and he strikes him out. Brings up Euclid, a 5-9 versus a right-hander. It is another strikeout. Verlander getting better as the game goes on. Last out, down to the last out for Boston, a David Ortiz, a 4-6 versus a lefty, and he strikes him out. Struck out the side to end the game. That's a way to end the game in style right there. And it is a 6-7 to nothing shellacking of the Red Sox. We'll be back to look at the totals in just a minute. All right, looking at the totals. Detroit, 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Boston, no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. And Verlander, 9 innings. 9 innings, 5 strikeouts. Not a huge total, but finished up strong there with 4 in a row there to end it. And 2 walks. As everybody on Detroit got a hit, except for Andy Dirks. But he was on base twice. Got hit by a pitch and a walk. So back-to-back complete game shutouts for Verlander. Pretty impressive. For Boston, Beckett went 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 5 walks. Gave up a home run, 6 runs, and 7 hits. Only 4 hits for the Red Sox. Ellsbury, Pedroia, and 2 for Gonzalez. 1, 2, and 3 hitters, and after that, nothing. And Verlander, his 2 walks were in the very first inning. So Boston had a chance in that first inning, bases loaded. To get something, couldn't do it. And pretty much from then on, it was all Verlander. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. I will talk to you guys the next time Verlander takes the mound. That will be his 11th start of the 2011 season. And he will be now 5-1, as that ERA will continue to drop. So until then, take care and God bless.